What is up, guys? It's Sean here with the Sean Daily Football Channel. I am here today to give you the Premier League preview for all the games that we have coming up on game week 4. I cannot wait. It has been an awesome few days out here in Denver. I'm so excited about this move. Look at the bowl. Look at that bowl. So much fun. So much fun. New setting, new aroma. Weather's been great. I cannot wait to get into it. And the best news of the best news is we have Premier League action back in front of our screens this weekend. I cannot wait. International breaks are horrible. I will be, however, doing an international breakdown. I'm going to do the European World Cup qualifiers tomorrow, do South America on Thursday most likely. I might do them on Friday. We'll see because they get done a little bit later in the day. But I will get those out for you guys as well. Very, very excited. And let's go through one game at a time this weekend. And we're going to also do a little bit of a big game preview for the biggest game of the weekend. It's pretty much obvious which one it is. We all know which one it is. All right, going through one at a time. Spurs, Crystal Palace. Now, Spurs obviously coming to this game on very high form. They are the top team in the league, 3 wins, 3 1-0s. This is kind of an opportunity for Nuno now. Let's see what he can do. He's gotten a little bit more time with a lot of his players. I know a lot of his players were on international duty, but this gives managers time, specifically the ones in newer jobs, gets them more accustomed to the club, more accustomed to the feel. I'm excited for Spurs. This new Nuno team looks good so far. 1-0 wins, possibly a few of them could have been a few more. A few of them, they could have possibly lost. Wolves, even Watford gave them a little bit of trouble. They played very well against City, though. So we're going to see if they can continue their winning form. 4 out of 4 would be an amazing start for Nuno. On the flip side, Palace. I really don't know how I feel about this Palace team yet. The signings are fantastic, obviously. Very, very good. I've talked to death about it at this point. So many positive moves. The only problem is handing so many new shiny toys to a manager like Patrice Vieira, which is not the most experienced guy in the PL. I really wish if Hudson had been there one more season. I think Roy Hodgson would have done a really, really good job at stabilizing this new regime, just because losing about 9 players and then re-including about 7 to 8 is a very difficult balance for a new manager to make. Specifically one who's constantly trying to figure out his own system, doesn't know which players are going to be best for him. It's going to take a little bit of time. The good news is, I think Palace, as long as their management team don't go super flip-floppy and start sacking super fast, I think they're going to be fine, actually. They are comfortably, as far as quality of player, there are 3 or 4 teams worse than them. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be fine. I'm very excited to see if Hudson-Odoi starts this game. It's going to be a great game. I cannot wait. Conor Gallagher looked fantastic last week, and I think Anguissa and a few of the other guys in that team are just going to look better and better. Eze is to come back in a few months, but everything looks pretty bright for Palace, honestly. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say this is going to be... I'm going to go with a Palace win. I'm going to go for a shock result. I'm going to say Palace win. They're going to unstabilize that Nuno backline a little bit. I think Spurs are going to struggle this game. I just have a feeling about it. I'm going to go 1-0 Palace this game. We'll see how that goes. Specifically, I just heard Son might be injured. He might not play. We'll find out. Watford Wolves. This is his opportunity. It's happening. It is happening. Bruno Lage, he's going to get his win. He's going to get his win. Wolves are going to beat Watford. Wolves have looked fantastic in all 3 games, and they just managed somehow have lost all 3 games in the most bizarre fashion. They've deserved the win. The main thing is they're playing a very intense style of football, and you can evidently see they're not used to it yet. They're physically not there yet because the drop-off, like against United in that second half, was noticeable. But I'm going to go out. I'm going to make it the shout. Wolves will win this game 2-0. I think Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore will get on the goal sheet, and I think Wolves are going to get a comfortable win here. Watford, They've played better than I thought they would, to be completely honest, so far this season. But I can't give it to anybody except Wolves for this game. I'm calling the Wolves 2-0 to the Wolves. I don't think there's anything specific going on about this game. I think it's going to be a good one, though. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on to the next game. Some of these games are fantastic. Brentford Brighton. What a game that's going to be. I made a bad shout last week, obviously, with Brighton, saying I thought they would beat Everton. That Everton team seems to actually have enough quality to dispel them very, very well. They were pretty comfortable in that game as well, Everton. That whole penalty thing was a bit of a mess. But this game, I think, has 1-1 written all over it, to be completely honest. If anything, I think Brentford might win. Brentford haven't lost so far this season. Brentford have 2 ties and a win so far. Very good start to the season for them, obviously. They couldn't be happier. You would have, all Brentford fans would have bitten your hand off for 5 points after 3 games. That's pretty solid so far. I'm gonna go with heart here and say Brentford, because you guys know I love Brentford. I love Brighton too, though. 2-1 Brentford. 2-1 Brentford. That's at home. I think Brentford's gonna win. I'm excited about this game. The game that this could be the decider right here. Arsenal Norwich. Now, on one side, if you're Arsenal, you're like, okay, Norwich is the best team to play. They're not the best. They're not the strongest. They're the most championship-style team in the league. They're not going to, they're going to play a bit more expansive. They're not going to just sit back and counterattack us and muddy the game. They're going to play football. But on the flip side, if you're Norwich, you're like, Arsenal's the best team we could play. Nobody expects anything from us, and we're the underdog, and we can go and smash them at the rate that Arsenal plays these days. Whew. It's at the Emirates, which is even worse, arguably. I could say maybe it would have been easier for Arsenal if it had been at Norwich instead. This game, I feel, is going to heavily come down to the first goal. I think if Arsenal concede the first goal, it's just going to be a mess. I think fans are going to start walking out of the pitch. I think the fans are going to start chanting Arteta out. And I think it's just going to get a muddy, muddy situation. And I hope it does. I don't really care. But for the Arsenal fans, I hope it doesn't happen. This is possibly your easiest chance to get a win and get a few goals and kind of reset the clock. I feel like the international break came at a good time for Arsenal because they were pretty much the team struggling with the most level of difficulty and negativity. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to predict a Norwich win here, though. I think they're going to win 2-0 because I actually liked Norwich in the last few games. Norwich 2-0. Oh, Arteta will get relegated this weekend, won't he? Arteta's going to get relegated this weekend. He's going to get sacked. Relegated. That'd be crazy. All right, United Newcastle. What a game. What a game. Ronaldo's second debut is happening, and I cannot be more happy about it. It's going to be so exciting to watch Cristiano Ronaldo play against Newcastle this weekend, carrying that front line. What a game it's going to be. I am so excited. I cannot wait. For the Manchester-Newcastle game this weekend. I think this is the perfect opportunity for Manchester to kind of reset the clock a little bit. Ronaldo coming in at Old Trafford, the crowd is going to be absolutely electric. It's going to be nonstop. I hope they do something similar to what they did with Varane, where they introduce Ronaldo when he walks onto the pitch. Oh my God, how exciting that's going to be. It's going to be ridiculous. I cannot wait. Newcastle, the last few games at Old Trafford, we've pretty much smashed them. I kind of expect the same thing. I think Ronaldo is going to absolutely lay down a mark this game, and I think we're going to win pretty comfortably. I know last time I said that we drew against Southampton, but I'm pretty confident we're going to win 4-5-0 here. I jinxed it again. Jinxed it again. But yeah, 4 or 5-0 to United. I can't see. It has to happen. Bruno was destroying teams for Portugal today. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Ronaldo put on that number 7 shirt and win us a game. Southampton, West Ham, one of the most informed teams in the league. West Ham going over to the Saints. The obvious shout is going to be West Ham win. I was a little disappointed last week, though. The West Ham backline has conceded 2 goals every game. Not every game. They've conceded 5 goals so far. They conceded 1. They conceded 1 against 10 men of Leicester. That's the only thing. The West Ham defense is just going to concede goals. They gave Conor Gallagher 2 very kind of let him score off of nothing, pretty much. Could Mikel Antonio just win them the game? Totally. I can see that happening. I just don't see a lot of positivity from Southampton. They did nick a result against Newcastle last week. West Ham 3-1. West Ham 3-1. That's kind of what I'm feeling for. Mikel Antonio is going to keep scoring. He's just so on form right now. Man City is the game of the week, so I'm going to do that last. Let's do Chelsea Villa. It's going to be a hard game for Chelsea, actually, but Villa's going to play an open style. That Chelsea backline is just monstrous to deal with. 2-0 Chelsea, I think, is the obvious shout here. Chelsea Villa. I think it's going to be... I think it's just going to be Chelsea win. I don't see any other way. Chelsea seems to be the most consistent team in the league at the moment. I think they're just going to smash. They're just going to do their own thing, and they're going to win the game very easily. I'm going to go with Chelsea 2-0. Pretty comfortable, honestly. I think it's going to take time for Villa to rejig that squad with the lack of Jack Grealish. It's going to be a hard win, but I think they're going to get the win. Is there a world where Villa scores and wins? Depends. It really depends. Stylistically, I think Villa suit the way Chelsea want to play. We're going to find out on Saturday. But for now, I'm going to call Chelsea. Leeds Liverpool. Liverpool have been the other team that I've been most impressed by so far this season. I think they've been playing really, really well. Last week they did let me down a little bit against Chelsea. It's whatever, but I think Liverpool look really, really good. And Leeds is not the team you want to be playing, because unfortunately Leeds is just going to play their own style. 3-0 Liverpool is the only outcome I see in this game. It could be 4 or 5-0 Liverpool. It's just going to be a bloodbath. Like, that style of play that Bielsa has plays right into the hands of teams like Liverpool, like Chelsea, like Manchester United. So, yeah. I'm going to go with Liverpool 3-0. Pretty comfortable, honestly. Everton, Burnley. Everton win. Everton are just going to win here. Not much of a doubt about it. Burnley have had a pretty rough start to the season. Could the new signings, Maxwell Cornet, could that make a difference, really? I don't think it is going to make that big of a difference. Yeah. I'm going to go with Everton win, but I can see this being 0-0 at the end of the day as well. 2 defensive managers coming up against each other. Now for the game of the week. Leicester City, Man City. Last year, this game ended 5-2 for Leicester. Don't think that's going to happen again. But Leicester have been kind of a bogey team for City over the years. Brendan Rodgers does know how to play well against this team. And to be fair, Brendan Rodgers has done pretty well this season so far. 2 wins, 1 loss, yes, but the loss was after they got a red card. Could they do it? No, they can't do it. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can do it. I'm going to go with the 2-1 City win. But this is a hard game. There's no guarantee that City can beat Leicester. Because Leicester can be very organized and very stubborn to break down when they choose to be. I feel like it's going to come down to the midfield battle. And I really like Leicester's midfield, dude. Ugh, 2-1 City, though. 2-1 City. I'm calling it 2-1 City. Very, very excited. Obviously, the moment of this weekend is going to be whether or not Ronaldo plays. I'm very, very excited to find out. Cannot wait. Premier League is back. Football is back. Oh, feels like so long. It was just last week. It's not a big deal. But anyway, more than anything else, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Sean Adeli. This is the Sean Adeli Football Channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon.